Good afternoon, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla. Heather's down below, my co-host. And today we're welcoming the lovely Valerie from Illumination Portal to talk about the Pisces new moon. Ooh. Do we have lots of good stuff coming up?
Do we? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Well, let's step back for 1 second. This is the last new moon of the astrological year from last Pisces season 2023 to this Pisces season here. And then on the 19th we go into the equinox and Aries and all that spring and plant your seeds. But a lot of us have done that already. We might have something in the works. We're planning things. But as that's going on, so is the purging and releasing.
Boy, has that been going on.
Right?
Purge and release.
Purge and release. It's like on repeat every second of the day. But that's good, right? Because the more we unload, we're in Pisces season. And
the more we are open to the good stuff that's coming
exactly. And spirit, especially because Pisces season really, to me, in the 12th house represents spirit. But not only that, Neptune represents spirit to me, and in how I do astrology. And I'm sure he's pretty close. The moon is real close because the moon and the sun were together, conjunct. That makes a new moon. But it was closest to Earth. It was closer to Earth. That makes it a super moon. Right. So it's probably right there next to Neptune. I'll look it up in a second. But can you imagine, like, really take this day? I've been releasing throughout the week, but now take this day as the moon is getting conjunct Neptune and call in your skills and abilities, or the things you want to know, the things you know on some level, or ask for, hey, what I don't know, Spirit, please let me be aware of it.
Oh, really, yeah, tell me what I don't know that I need to know.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, so it is really a magical day or two. I mean, this energy, Neptune's huge, of course. The moon goes fast. The sun is at 20 degrees, so he still has. So this is the main point of that. The sun's at 20. We got 7 days till he's conjunct exact together with Neptune. So take this whole 7 days is like this dreaming. That's what Pisces is, right? The vast openness of everything, of the all, and really feel into it, because that's how we're getting there, is by feel. And of course, what our spirit teams are bringing into our awareness, our ideas, our inspiration, and those things, right? But this is really a good time because you want to gather especially the spiritual side, well, both sides, spiritual and physical. Here we are, that's who we are. We're living in that. But as we go forward in the springtime, having a plan, having an idea on what it is you do want to experience, since you released so much this last year. I mean, that's all we really did.
Amen.
Really did. It was nonstop, right? But that was for a reason, because here we are, and we are in a new era since Pluto went back into Aquarius, and all the planets went by Aquarius the last time, like Pluto in Aquarius, and he was like the gatekeeper, right? What's allowed in, well, what isn't? We just never been here again for 248 years at least. But Mercury, was it today? Yesterday went to 0 degree, sometime between today and yesterday, went to 0 degree Aries. So he's the one jumping out front first. He's gathering all the
information
on every level. I mean, think of the vastness of it all, right? But it's new. We haven't been here before. So what's coming in might not seem like the normal stuff. It might seem I don't know about that, or a little, because it's intimidating to do something new, to
Right.
start over again. Um, but trust that spirit has your back.
You
Every,
have to.
yeah,
You have to trust in
yeah,
spirit.
yes.
Otherwise,
And
you're just pulling your hair out.
yeah, yeah, as I learned how to relax just by being in that beautiful spiritual energy
Hmm.
instead of, let my mind take over. But that's again kind of another um, lesson we're learning. We lead by the heart, the mind, the ego will follow. Mars, Mercury will follow that Leo sun of your heart.
Right.
So, and if you think about it, okay, we're in Aquarius. I'm sorry, we're in Pisces season where um, we just haven't been here. That Neptune's not going to be here next Pisces season. Now he
Really?
was last time, but he wasn't at 27 degrees. Um, really utilize this to reclaim. I want to say reclaim your skills and abilities that
The
we may
ones
have.
that we've forgotten from the other side.
I
Yes.
say this all day, spirits. Please show me my next best step. Please show me the next best thing. What do I need to know to stay on my path and integrate all of this energy into my new path? Because
Right. Right.
we're all forging this new path, and we're the I want to say it like this: we're the front runners of the
Mhm.
ascension of the higher consciousness, whatever name you want to give it. But we've become aware of that. We've been working on our
Mhm.
healing for years. We've been working on cultivating our skills. And now, as we go forward into the new era, we're really the ones that uh, are here to help everybody else up and everyone else to remember.
Well, that's
So,
true. And I think that's kind of why it's hardest on us
yeah.
because we are the front runners and we don't know what we're doing. We're just being guided by spirit the best we know how.
We get to
I know.
roll with the flow better than anybody else.
Yeah.
And that's the message, right,
Yeah.
Heather? Because you got to be able to go with the flow.
You
There's
do.
no, what's that called? No manual. We didn't come with
That's for
a manual.
sure. I want my ascendancy manual. It was kind of like a child rearing manual. How come we didn't
Yeah.
have child rearing
Oh
manuals?
my
Everybody
God.
You've got
needs
to
it.
admit that being where we are is not boring.
No,
That's for
no,
sure. Let me just stop
no.
and say hi to Joyful Journey and Lark Kemper and thank them for being here today.
Yes.
It's wonderful to have you here on this Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Is
And
it pretty? Is it nice weather where you two are?
it
Yeah.
mm,
It's
It
sunny and
started out
gorgeous
cool
here.
this morning. I don't know what the temperature is now, but most of the people that when I took her out for her longer morning walk, most of them were just if they had a jacket. I'm going,
wow.
you guys are nuts. It's still a little bit chilly here. They were all in their matching shorts and shirts and
Well,
walking
Jill and
around.
I went to the
You
pool. It
guys
was
are
lovely.
nuts.
It's nice and warm here, so it was definitely pool.
Oh, and I would love to go to the pool. We're going to go to the pool. You know how they close the pools for the winter.
Yeah,
So it's still closed, but
yeah.
it's
Hey,
56.
Sherry. Hi, G. Covington. Welcome. I'll let you get back on it, Valerie.
No, no, really, that is so how do we, line up with spirit? How do we hear this information? How do we get ourselves onto a higher path, because it's Pisces season. You don't want to work for anything. It's chill time. It is integrate, hang out with
Is it
spirit.
chill time? I love that because I've been working my butt off sorting and packing stuff for this estate sale that they are putting together all next week. So I have to go to a hotel for a week and I'm just going to hang out by the pool and work on our next shows and just
Yeah.
chill because I've been busting my ass for the last month.
Yeah, and see how that has been happening to a lot, Heather, too. For
Mhm.
those who have cleared, who have, well, it's mostly all of us, right? We always have something we're releasing, something we're intending, something we're bringing in. And, but this, to utilize this energy, this Piscean energy, is to stay in meditation. Even if you're
Right.
cleaning though and packing, I get myself into those mindful meditations and
Mhm.
just hear spirit saying things
Mhm.
and write that down. You know how it is. And it's beautiful, right? So we have a week to go before sun is at 27 degrees, but this is powerful week. You want to use this energy with the sun and Neptune getting closer and closer, building up to each other. It is going to, I just see opening, I just heard wide open vistas. That's not
Wow.
how it works.
So it's basically a time to sit in meditation and listen.
Really, really
Okay.
take it in.
Take it
Take
in.
it in. We have a huge job ahead of us. I mean, this is probably the hardest year. I know I don't like to say that, and I'm not saying it in fear, but after COVID and after everything, it's because of the elections, because of the energies that are here, because that old construct of the patriarchal dominant society is being, that's what we're ascending out of. We're,
Mhm.
we're going back into
Being
freedom and
dismantled.
humanity. Yeah. So they're not happy about that. They want us to, and
Not at
here
all.
we are.
They
No,
want us
not
to
at
stay
all.
back in the 50s and 40s. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Control,
where they
control,
were
control.
actually so much more in control.
I
Mhm.
know. Oh my God.
Exactly.
It's
We
not
have
going to
been,
happen.
no, no, it's not. And we've been duped. I think a lot of us in this community have worked through that because that was part of the healing process
Oh,
and
yeah.
for us, and it will be for those coming up. But I mean, it does really piss you off. You realize, oh my God, it's all been a lie just
A
to
lie and illusion.
to use
Illusion,
my
delusion.
energy. Yeah, to use our energies against us. Hi,
Hey, Ruby
Ruby
Red.
Slippers. Look at her
And it,
wide.
and it's funny, but it's like, okay, they finally gave us, we earned our sense of freedom, and then they try to take it away. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, and I still do get very upset about these things, but I know what I'm guided, and I hate to say that, but that is what and the astrology is backing up what I know, what I hear.
That's what I have found so interesting over the last couple of years is how the astrology backs up exactly what I'm being
Yeah,
told from spirit and being
yeah,
guided to do. The astrology's right there. I mean, I always thought astrology had something to it, or it wouldn't have lasted for thousands of years. But boy, the last couple of years, the more I've learned, the more I'm like, holy guacamole, it
yeah.
really works to help guide you.
Yeah, it really does. And the thing is, the astrology is ascending too. Those
Mhm.
planets they're
Mhm.
leveling up too. Earth is leveling up. We're
It's the
all,
whole universe, isn't it, that's leveling
yeah,
up?
yeah. I mean, and how many, and probably the multiverses. I mean, I don't
Multiverse.
know, but
I
I
don't
know
know.
ours is.
Yeah, what
And
what Earth is doing is affecting everybody.
right, right.
Mhm.
And
It's like
and
we're the pebble and sending out ripples.
oh,
I
and there
like
is that galactic wave out there. Okay, so we
Mhm.
got the galactic wave coming in. We have the solar flares. Another thing happened last night. I'm not sure the actual.
It wasn't facing Earth. It was in top left-hand corner, and it was huge. It was huge. I'm sure we're going to have some impact, whether they let us know that or not. But I find it rather weird that when I hear about these things early in the morning, whenever that happens, I wake up. almost
Mhm.
instantly when something like that has happened on the sun. For some reason, I wake up in the middle of the night going, "What the hell? Why am
Yeah.
I awake?"
And I think a lot of us do. We're not, took me, I still, have to think, why do I feel like this? What's going on? Oh, there
Mhm.
was probably something that went on. The
Yeah.
aspects, as I was telling Priscilla and Heather, the astrological aspects just since 2020 have been, I've never seen them like that. It
No,
is,
So many
it's
at
been,
one time.
yeah,
yeah.
you usually have like one, maybe two at a time, but that's not what we've been having.
Mhm.
Not at
And it's
all.
constant. It's every day a different one. Oh, and
Mhm.
I've got to say that Neptune right now, okay, so Neptune's at 27 degrees, is squaring the galactic center. Galactic center is at 27 degrees. So that's, to me, that's where the higher consciousness comes in. But there's something, okay, so you got to think spirit kind of, I just heard that Neptune's being upgraded, but there's got to be a lot of things that we clear out of our energy fields on Earth that are, they're showing me like old organized religion, old things like that. But we
Right.
know that's going anyway.
Good riddance.
Yes, this is pretty
Yes.
big though, because 27, they're just sitting here. Neptune goes very, very slow, very slow. And next year,
So what would Neptune's influence? You're saying Neptune is squaring the galactic center right now,
mhm,
and
mhm.
what is Neptune's influence when it's squared like that with the sun?
Well, it's in
Yeah.
Pisces. So you got to think of it, it's higher consciousness
Higher
information.
consciousness. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Maybe, I mean, it could be anything, right? Because this is in the vast all isness of Pisces too, right? So
Right. Yep.
a lot of shocks and surprises can come through because we have Uranus squaring Mars, or Mars squaring Uranus, I'm sorry. And that is out, you can't predict Uranus. You can't predict these
Mhm.
guys because
Right.
it could be anything. But Mars, like if there's like little arguments, petty arguments, or well, it could be a big argument, it could be anything. But your Mars is wanting to go do something, and that Uranus is going to be like, no, I said no. And out of the blue, make sure that no is well received by Mars so he doesn't act out. Because he was
We
acting,
don't want Mars acting out.
yeah, and he was acting to because he's trying to jump ahead, right? Mars is always in a hurry, but Mercury just went into Aries, and I'm sure he's feeling that because Aries rules Mars. But I mean, we could go on, and there's story after story about every aspect. The thing is, just know with that Neptune, as the sun's coming here too. I mean, the sun is in play coming up to Neptune, where Neptune is squaring the galactic center.
So it's
This
coming up to that 27 degrees as well.
exactly 7 days. So think about this. Not only are we're receiving downloads and higher consciousness information, remembering our skills and abilities, and asking for new ones, whatever that is. Um, Neptune in Pisces, I'm sorry, my brain just went. All of this being in Pisces is something significant spiritually, something. Okay, so if we think about spirituality, I think of that as authentic, truth, integrity. Maybe something is going to be exposed that hasn't been in those, which we all
Right.
know is a lot of things that will jolt people into. Mm, I'm not going with that other side, how they always want to divide us. But I mean, the truth is one thing and lies are another. And we have to get on the side of truth.
Right.
And it's hard to get everybody there unless things are proven in some
Mhm.
way. So I think that's what
True.
that's going on.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, some of these people, truth doesn't matter. They're just,
Exactly.
they're not paying any attention to the truth.
No, and it seems like they're it washes right off of them. Like it doesn't even phase them at all. If I was walking
Yeah,
around doing that, go ahead, Heather. I'm sorry.
no, that's fine.
Oh, if we walk around doing that, and I'm sure I'm going to get in trouble with somebody or arrested or whatever, and I don't know. The things that I'm seeing that people aren't even getting arrested over is just blows my mind. So,
I have no idea. Warrior Girl said Neptune is water, right? Or gas. If water, it
Yeah.
retains memory. Is Neptune
Yeah.
a watery planet?
Yeah, Neptune, Pisces is a watery sign. Neptune is water. Neptune is the vast oceans of space. I mean, there's no end to it. And you think about it like, and they showed me this like yesterday, the day before. A mathematician, you think this is like really detail oriented Scorpio, Aquarius stuff. But for a mathematician to be at the top of their game, they have to do the Pisces. They have to be able to go in there and see all these different equations and come up with something that makes sense. Now, it's above my pay grade, but you know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, that's pretty cool, But the thing though with water, especially, but everything in the universe is all a frequency. It's all a vibration,
Yes.
and as they're all being like kind of washed in together, it gives us a vibration too. We have to become the frequency vibration that we want to emit, that we want to live, that in our reality. Um, I mean, it's a lot. It is a lot, but it's all divine, and it's divine helping us navigate through this next year because it's about to get really real, and this is the time period that we are given, excuse me, to go inside to connect with
Clean it
spirit.
up and connect.
Yeah.
And remember.
Yeah, like you're getting charged up, right? You got to take the spiritual energy, charge it yourself up, release what's not going with you, release all of that, I mean, I send it all and send it away in love and peace and harmony and all that. But that automatically frees your energy column of any residue. It's important because we're going to have to, well, we don't have to do anything. They want to remind me. But we are the ones that are going to be at the front line as this stuff starts to get really convoluted and distorted even more than it is until November. I'd actually say till next January.
I
say it's gonna, at least until the election, it's gonna just stay bloody awful.
And
yeah, I just got in my head organized chaos.
Then
I think it'll fade after January. And then I think we're in for a good time because I think that the Democrats will have the House as well as the Senate, as well as the presidency.
Yeah.
And these forward-thinking ideas are going to start being passed as laws, like the Roe versus Wade thing. I think we're going to make, I believe that it'll be a law, passed by Congress, both houses. So that there's no more, no, I can do it here, but I can't do it there.
Right. I mean, we can go on and on about how disturbing that is. But as the dark is in its death throes, that's what I call it.
And that's what it is right now. They've been in their death throes for the last couple of 3 years.
Yeah. And that's the dark is those that are not heart-centered or heartless and soulless. That's what I consider dark. So as they're acting out and they're trying to enrage people, divide people, and you okay, you don't have to do anything, sorry, but you have to, we do have to say to ourselves, if you get that upset, let yourself process that emotion, because that's going to happen a lot this year. They're going
Yeah, I
to
think so too.
trigger us. I mean, it's going to be extremely triggering. Let yourself get upset, go back in and say, no, I energize myself with extra spirit. Whatever you have to say to yourself, because that's what we're really doing here, is energizing ourselves with extra spirit, getting more downloads and information that'll help us get through this year. Because it's not going to
And
be
don't let the fear set in, because that's the game plan. Make
exactly.
everybody afraid.
Yeah. And like Priscilla said, we have till about January, and that Pluto will be direct again in Aquarius and staying in Aquarius for
Oh,
20
good.
years.
Is that when Pluto goes direct for good? Well, 20
Yeah.
years or whatever.
Well, he does in November
Oh,
18th, but he's still at 29 degrees for like, I don't know, 30 days or something, before he actually transitions over. Um, and that, but the bottom line, Pluto in Aquarius is about freedom, humanitarianism, everybody having a seat at the table. They can't stop that from happening. They can't, no matter what they're going to do. They're just trying to take as many of us as they can with them, and the rest of us plummet us down into misery and fear. And that's why we
not
have
going
each
to
other.
happen. We're going to
Uh-uh.
win. The light's going to win. I'm convinced.
I
The
know.
light
See,
wins.
I'm with you, and the thing is, uh, that's why we have met each other when we have. This time period is been destined, is here, as the old age of Pisces is dying, the new age of Aquarius is being brought on, but we're the ones who have to fill in, what does that mean? What is this? What's different about Aquarius than Pisces? How do we make sure we don't take the lower attributes of Aquarius and make them,
Yeah.
in front of freedom? And
Mhm.
you can't really do that with Aquarius. But anyway, I'm sorry, going off on a tangent over
That's all
there,
right.
but it's important to know that we are all being supercharged with spirit. This
Right.
is the time period we're in.
Hey, by the way, we do have a slideshow. Do you want me to put any of those up yet?
No,
I totally
please.
forgot.
I did too. I just talk away, talk and
That's
talk.
all right. Here we go.
Do you want me to read, or do one of you want to read? Go ahead, you read.
Okay. Surrender and take a leap of faith.
Yes.
Plant seeds of intentions and concentrate on the manifestation process. Be more compassionate with yourself and heal through the arts, music, and dance. Sit with your shadows and accept yourself, imperfections and all.
Mhm.
Oh, I like all of those. I'm aligned
Mhm.
with the universe and peace fills my heart. I know my dreams are supported, so I will manifest my wildest.
Mhm.
Oh, I like that.
I do too, and that's really what we're being encouraged to do this Pisces season. And until that spring starts, really take this higher, this Pisces is known as imagination dreamer, really do that. Really give yourself that.
Interesting. Not sure I
You,
can read this one, kid. Let me see if I can make it
you
bigger
want me to
so
do
I can read it. Okay, this super new moon helps to prepare you for the new astrological year. I think that says year.
it? Hmm.
And eclipse season, which begins in April. Oh,
Yes.
I can't wait to talk to you about April.
I
It's the
know.
perfect time to set intentions, not just to the new lunar cycle, but the new astrological year and the energies you want to attract into your life.
Yes.
That's great. So, new moon intentions and rituals tonight. A
Yes.
super new moon means the moon is closer to Earth than usual. So, lunar energies are much stronger, giving you more power to the intentions you set. Oh, I like that too.
Hmm.
Pisces is associated with intuition. So at the new moon, trust your instincts and follow what your heart is telling you. Trust your intuition. It's time to trust your gut and go with the flow of what feels right to you. Although this is not necessarily easy, it will help you manifest your intentions. And Neptune is active at this time, and as the planet of dreams, it will support your intuition and help you move forward in the right direction.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, because remember, Neptune does tear down, but he tears down so we can rebuild.
Exactly. Tears down what is.
Yeah.
I didn't
not
realize that was
in-
Neptune. I get confused. Okay, let's see. Go back. New moon in Pisces. Heather, can you read it? You want to
Yep.
read it? Go ahead.
Use this creative energy as a chance to dream, set intentions, and visualize what you'd like to achieve moving forward. And the next one across says, don't get caught up with all the details. Listen to your heart. Trust your inner voice and your flow, and be okay with not knowing the way. Because they're going to show you anyway.
Yeah.
If you're going through a difficult time, try to avoid controlling or planning, and instead feel your way through the situation and be okay with taking it one day or one moment at a time. Be present with what is. And we may all be feeling extra emotional and sensitive, so connect with nature, art, music, and the earth to ground your energy. And replace your bad habits with healthier ones. Go outside your comfort zone and break free from the past to ignite a new sense of purpose, identity, and goals. And quiet your mind and lead with your heart to jumpstart the future you want. Even if you're envisioning your wildest dreams as reality, know you can make them happen if you believe.
Believe, believe, believe.
And the moon is at 26 degrees Pisces. So it's right there coming up to Neptune. So right a degree away. So this is really powerful. Utilize it.
Right. This upcoming new moon in Pisces asks you to think out of the box. It will bring you intuitive insights that guide you to the next phase in your life. This new moon wants you to be non-resistant and let your guidance be surrendered into the current and waves of life. New ideas, healthy, rebellious actions, and uncomfortable chances are shining a new perspective on your life. Are you ready for it? Cool.
I love this stuff.
Okay, the new moon in Pisces, which is today. Commit to your wildest dreams, manifest your desires, enjoy brighter days ahead, make time for yourself, commune with nature, expect the unexpected, and remember to choose you.
That's a good one. Okay. Answered prayers, incredible possibilities, mindset shift, new perspective, lifestyle change, a wake-up call, the beginning of a 12-month transformation. And something about music thing. This new moon energy brings amazing opportunities. It will provide the needed support for you to embrace change. You must step up and do what needs to be done. Take action, set intentions. Your dream life is just around the corner. This is a powerful time to rewrite your subconscious programming. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Affirmations will welcome magic into your life. Visualize, feel, and dream your dream into reality. That's beautiful and so true.
It is. That subconscious is really, that is the important point of this time period right now to strengthen us for the rest of the year, because we are being guided to upgrade our what we consider what's real and what's true,
Right.
That programming has got to be
We're upgrading our reality.
reprogrammed. Yeah,
That's why you have to think with your heart and not your brain.
that's right. Perfect.
Okay, the new supermoon in Pisces. This new moon marks the end of the zodiac cycle and kicks off the equinox and eclipse season. There are exciting times ahead.
Mhm.
This can be a great time to manifest financial growth and attract abundance into your life. Take some time to reflect on your financial goals and set interactions in abundance. Trust your instincts when it comes to thinking financial decisions, and be open to new opportunities that may come your way. Remember to stay grounded and tap into your intuition. And I'm sorry, that is too small for me to finish reading.
Okay,
I
I
know.
can make it bigger just a
I
second.
can't see it either.
So I can read. The new moon in Pisces can be a powerful time for self-reflection and personal growth. You can use this energy by taking some quiet moments to connect with your inner self. Listen to your intuition and pay attention to your dreams and emotions. Use this time to set intentions for self-care, self-love, and personal development. Allow yourself to let go of any negativity or self-doubt and embrace a renewed sense of compassion and acceptance for yourself. This can be a beautiful opportunity to align with your true desires and nurture your own well-being. And it says, journal and trust your journey, dream big, let your intention and soul guide you. Trust your intuition and the soul guidance that comes through. Connect to your higher self.
And my favorite number, 1111.
Oh, whoops. Come down. I can't read because of that. Okay, you can use the energy of the new moon in Pisces to deepen your relationships by focusing on empathy, compassion, and understanding. Take some time to connect with your own emotions and then extend that understanding to your loved ones. Listen actively, offer support, and be open to vulnerable conversations. This is a great time to nurture emotional connections and strengthen the bonds with those you care about. Be compassionate towards yourself and others. Focus on healing self and heal relationships.
Mhm.
That was some tiny writing. Here's you some big
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Surrender and take the leap of faith.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm going to try and do. Reconnect with your spiritual side and lead with your imagination. Learn from past mistakes and heal yourself through the arts and music. Peace fills my heart. I'm aligned with the universe. I manifest with ease, and my dreams are divinely supported.
Mhm.
That's a nice little affirmation.
Mhm.
I hope you guys are taking pictures of these so you'll have them for yourself.
Ease and grace.
Okay, new moon in Pisces, super moon. The manifesting energy will be working super hard for you. Use it well. Crystals use citrine and clear quartz to propel your intentions into the cosmos. Use this time to face your feelings with honesty and meditate, and you will become aligned with your truest self. Relationship issues will culminate, leaving you at peace with the outcome. Shed old habits and welcome healthier routines. Identify new goals. It's time for you to focus on you. Alrighty.
Mhm.
I can read that one.
Okay, if you can.
New moon, soul unions, unveiling new horizons, fresh start, healing, shifts in frequency, and upgrading. Just a second.
Yes.
Okay. Sweeping away the dust of yesterday to allow the echoes of new beginnings as the doors of opportunity swing open. We're gearing up to wash away all that is outdated, heavy, inactive, and non functional in our energy. The impending eclipse season intensifies the significance of this new moon, creating a prime window for manifestation. Blocks are being removed, and profound healing is taking place on many levels. Embrace this purging process with a positive mindset. Many are receiving messages and revelations as intuition is strong at this time. Trust your inner voice.
They're all saying basically the same thing.
Powerful.
March
Yeah.
will be full of good news for you. Things are unfolding for your highest good. Your season of doubt and worry is shifting into groundedness and stability. This is an era of newness for you. New frame of mind, new modes of prosperity, new peace, new feelings of fulfillment. Celebrate and invite what's been waiting for you to enter. You deserve better than you've always had.
Yes.
Okay, that's it for those ladies.
Well, that was
Very
really cool.
nice.
Yeah, I mean, it gives us that flavor, right? Because this is the start of a new year, astrologically. We know what this year's about. We know that by going into our hearts and understanding what it is, first our boundaries, our foundation, and then we go from there, together. And we're always going to have each other together, this next year to
It's
hold.
kind of like making New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, but we got to hold this energy for, this thing that's going to happen. Like, it could be financial, right? Because Uranus and Jupiter and involved. Wait, no, not Jupiter. Yes, Uranus and Jupiter are involved. They're at certain degrees that they haven't been at since the last Jupiter cycle would have been 12 years ago. This is the first time for Uranus to be where he's at. He has an 84-year cycle. So you got to know that all these things are new, but we are receiving the downloads. Like, how do we go forward? There's many people working on every aspect of our reality. So it's gonna be really cool to watch it play out. But we just got to remember, we are the front line, and we need to hold that space for everybody.
So true.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then I forgot, this is the second super new moon in a series of 5.
Oh.
So next month's will be on an eclipse, on that April 8th eclipse. And that, to me, is just like taking the script, right, ripping it up and starting over. I don't even know. I mean,
right.
Like we were saying earlier, these aspects have never you've never lived under this many aspects like this. These are powerful.
I'm curious, the comet. What is a comet? It's coming in with that April 8th eclipse.
Comet, it's
what kind of influence is a comet going to have on us?
I mean, can we even make that up if we tried? That eclipse is going to be for 4 minutes going across the United States, and just out of nowhere, this comet is going to be in that mix during those 4 minutes. This is
during those 4 minutes. It's going to be
Yeah.
okay. I wasn't sure when the comet was arriving.
Now they're already seeing it. I got pictures of it from last night where it was seen. It's a 71-year cycle this comet has, but I think it was in Eastern Europe is where they can see it now, where the Milky Way is, and all that. Pons Brooks, PONSBROOKS, but they want to say it's the devil comet, and every time you hear that, because they want to instill fear. But if you look at it, it's actually the dragons are coming in. That's what I was told. It's a dragon, but they want you to think it's evil, and it's not. It's powerful, and its message is a huge message from the entire spirit realm. There's no way a comet that travels 71 years is going to be in the middle of a eclipse, crossing over the Great American Eclipse. It's just too much. I mean,
amazing.
Yeah, what can we even say? I couldn't even come up with anything that would remotely take care.
I know.
Remotely
oh, wait a minute. We've got a question.
Yep.
Is
Mars going to be there? Also, I was told that I know nothing about astrology. I know nothing about astrology either. Just what I've been learning.
Right. And Mars is in Aquarius. Now you got to think of it like this: Mars and Venus are in Aquarius. Mercury just went into Pisces, but Mars and Venus, they've been tracking together throughout the signs, trying to stabilize their inner divine masculine and divine feminine. What
Right.
it is, what do you know, and they say Aquarius is kind of detached. But Venus says, okay, this is what means to my heart. This is what I love. This is what I value. And then everybody else goes to make that happen, you know. So Mars is sitting there, but he can't make well, he might try to make a dumb move, but he's a square Uranus. And if it's not something that is for the good of all or for the good of Venus and Jupiter here, because everybody's kind of together like that in their own ways, we're
Lark
going
is
to have.
asking if you can see Mars at the same time as the comet. Don't you see Mars almost? Can't you almost see Mars every night?
Yeah, I can see Mars at night.
I mean, it seems like I
Right.
can always see Mars anyway. But the
I
comet,
didn't understand that. I'm sorry.
will you be physically able to see Mars at the same time as the comet? With the he says comment, but I'm sure he means comet. But
You got to think during that eclipse, it's daytime, but it's going to look dark, look like it's nighttime for 4 minutes. You know,
is the comet supposed to be visible during the eclipse in the
that's
United States?
that's what NASA says.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he said the position when you look at the event, you'll see the comet and Mars. I don't know if there's more to it or not. It's right underneath.
That's pretty cool, Lark. If that's what's going on, boy,
That would
that's
be very cool.
That's saying a lot because Mars will be.
The thing
Mars
about
will
the
be
eclipse is
crazy.
Mercury's going to be retro then too.
Is
Warrior
he
Girl
go retro
plan.
that early? I know he goes next month, but I'm not sure what day. I'd have it somewhere around here. But
Yeah,
even
we'll
so,
worry about that next month anyway.
yeah, even
Yeah,
so,
we're back
it's
every couple of weeks.
Well, you're here every 2 weeks, so I'm sure we'll catch up on that one.
and I can't wait to that day because
I know.
I mean, you know, everybody's got their cameras trained on it to take pictures. I mean, if we see a comet,
Well,
during
my
the
friend Jill and I have been talking about going to Mount Ida in
oh,
Arkansas to see it.
cool.
I don't know if we're going to make it or not because it's really crazy with selling the house and everything.
Yeah,
But we've actually been researching it. But the prices are so outrageous in all the hotels anywhere where that comet's, I
yeah,
mean, where the
Right.
eclipse is going
yeah.
to be seen. It's going to be crazy.
You're going to
We
need
need,
your camper before then.
yeah, we wouldn't need to have needed to set this up like 2 years ago because it's
Yeah.
outrageous now.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
So she
But
so Warrior Girl was wondering if Mercury retrograde would be stronger too. Because it's
I'm
the same
sure
time.
everything that's going on that day at that
Anything was,
time,
yeah.
as strong as it can be, it's going to be mind blowing. That's why I'm saying I can't even sit here and try to venture a guess.
I
I've
just hope
been
it's not Tuesday or
hearing,
Saturday.
I've been hearing from people that eclipse is really going to change everything. That eclipse is really going to be more powerful than anything we've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, it's the last time this happened. Well, 2017 was the last one, and they're crossing now, and that's in Austin, Texas, right?
Mhm.
But
So
still,
that's where they crosses in Austin. That's why Austin is going crazy. And they've declared a state of emergency because people are going to be in the hill country around Austin trying it.
yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah,
Be.
that's what it
I
is.
mean, believe me, I'm observing everything I can about it just to gather the. I mean, in fact, all of us should write down what you notice going on this year, especially before that event and then after that event,
Mhm.
because this is significant. This is this is divine. And I just heard divine intervention. I don't know.
And I was going to say, if you're writing down what you're observing, make sure that you are observing it and not get caught up in it.
Yeah. Be the observer, right? What's that particle or wave? You got to be observing it.
Yeah. Erin says,
Mhm.
oh, Mount Ida has a really nice crystal mine too. Ida is crystal. It is a big, huge crystal.
Oh my
The
God.
merchandise storm is already here in Arkansas. Yeah, see, our
Oh my
people are
I
already
believe you.
in there buying stuff.
And think about that. We have an eclipse going over top of the biggest, largest crystal mine in the world
The
is
world.
in Arkansas.
Arkansas, period, is the largest crystal
Yeah.
mine in the.
Yeah,
in the
it was mentioned before.
And that's like the middle of our nation, right? That is doing something. I'm trying, like I said, we all need to compare notes, write down what you notice, get the information you can, because to me, it's mind blowing. Like this, we're never going to live through this again. The next eclipse coming through America, I think, is when 2044, when Aquarius leaves, Pluto leaves Aquarius. So
Oh,
Pluto's coming in doing some serious business, but so is all this other stuff. It's so bad. Let me just put it, because 26,000 years we've been under a patriarchal society. That 26,000 year cycle is breaking down along with the ages, the age of Pisces, going into the age of Aquarius. But this is also a 260,000 year cycle breaking down. And there's a few other ones. We did a show on that. I did it with you ladies.
I think we probably should revisit that, but
yeah,
maybe after the eclipse.
Because this is flipping it all. I mean, they had a lot of power for a very long time. And how do you become free? Most of us are so brainwashed, we think, these things that we have heard all our lives are true. And that's no blame or shade on anybody. It's just what we've heard for 26,000 years or longer. So how do we change that? And at least be aware of what your thoughts are. Where if fear's coming in, what's it doing to you? Where's it taking you? And is it destroying you, basically? Because that's what it's meant to do.
Well, it's kind of like regular physics and quantum physics.
Yeah.
Quantum physics is taking over the
That's
regular
right.
physics, because
And I love the way
in regular physics, it's not.
Because the quantum physics matches up with what spirituality has been teaching for thousands and thousands of years. So mankind's finally catching up with the quantum physics.
Right.
Well, now it has been set up against us. They have done everything they could to keep the eye off the ball, keep us in the dark by, food or water, the information we're told. I mean, and I don't want
much our food has changed since the 50s.
Oh my
In
goodness.
the 50s, you got your first canned, really, and your first TV dinners, those frozen dinners. That's when they first started coming out, the late 50s, the early 60s. And now food isn't food, it's all chemical.
No,
it's all a bunch of chemicals shoved together to make a Cheeto. Whatever.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to send you this guy I listen to, because he goes in and he tells you what every ingredient in that Cheeto is and what it's doing to you. And it's all chemicals. It's all chemically made, And if you think about it, in the 50s and 60s, nobody had this love handle problem or this extended belly
obesity problem.
No, you never see. You could look at pictures like on beaches back then. There's nobody overweight.
Just normal, healthy weight, really, because we ate real food. And people exercised. People did, they walked. They weren't in cars like 24/7.
In Denver, you don't very often see really heavy people because people walk.
Yeah, that's
like
good.
In Capitol Hill area where I live, that's how you get places. If there's something that you can't walk to, you have to take an Uber or something. But you don't have a car.
So Royal Girl says something's profound is going to happen with the king during the eclipse. The
Well,
royals
the
will
monarchy.
with the royals of the universe. The sun is
Mm.
the king and the moon is the queen in astrology.
Well, the royals aren't going to, there's not going to be a monarchy anymore. It's just dying out. It's dying out with the rest of that old construct.
Yeah, that
But
old
you need a
paradigm is
leader.
disappearing.
Yeah.
And you can see how it's crumbling just since the queen died.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
It's
that's part of the energy we're living in. I mean, that was destined to do that before she passed away anyway.
yeah,
Just like we're destined to wake up, for a better word, and become more spiritually enlightened, right? And as the energy, the frequency energy, it keeps rising and we keep elevating, I mean, you just find that you really are an Aquarius. You are, everybody has a valid point, but you would never go into someone's energy and try to take their rights away
right.
or, whatever, discredit them in any way for money or profit off of people. So that's a whole, it's pretty intense, but it's just going naturally that way as
Mhm.
we raise in vibration. We
So
don't
we're
need.
coming to the end, close of our show, and I'd like if you could tell us like just a few things that we need to remember for this new moon, and maybe using a ritual to our new moon ritual tonight. And all I'm thinking of is setting your intentions,
Mhm.
um, dreaming big, thinking, big outside, way outside your box,
Way, way.
intentions, self-care, and
Yes.
shadow work.
Yep.
And I take cards on the new moon for me, and that's why I said I'm supposed to be going out and getting things started. So
Oh man, maybe we should pull a card.
Okay.
And what was I going to say? As first things first, do a release purge. I
Release
don't care if
purge.
you've done it for 200 days in a row. Do it again. It'll eventually go away.
It'll eventually go away. And what would be number two?
um, well, no, those are the things, and then I would burn that, and then after I burned that, I would add to my intention list. I would do something soothing for myself. I don't know. A good thing would be a salt bath, right? Water.
Oh yeah, salt bath. I had my salt bath, our pool salt water. So I had my
yeah,
salt bath
I
today.
missed that.
Oh
I end
yeah.
up sitting with blocks of salt under my feet.
And that's perfect, Heather, because Pisces rules the feet.
I
If
know.
you can soak your feet in salt
But
water,
I don't
that
soak them. I have bricks of salt, and I warm them up, and then I put them down, and I just
How
put my
clever.
feet on top.
Put your feet on them.
what? How do
Yeah,
you do that? Where do you
Where do
get
you
bricks
get a
of
block of salt? Well,
I
I
think I
know.
bought them off of
feed,
Amazon, but they're
feed
bricks,
store.
and they're. Give me a minute. I'll bring one back.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, feed stores have bricks, salt
I,
bricks.
I need
Salt
to do
bricks.
that. Salt bricks. Wow.
You have use salt licks for cattle and horses and deer and things like that.
Well,
Okay.
this is just crazy.
Anyway, with my short, fat feet, these are the perfect.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's nice.
Those are for cooking food on.
No, they're actually, they build like bathrooms and things like that.
Out of
Cool.
the salt bricks, yeah.
Salt bricks. I want a salt brick bathroom.
You can have a salt
Wow.
brick room. That's a lot of people are doing that now. Yeah.
Wow.
But I just put, it says to stick them in the microwave for a while so they're not cold.
Mm-hmm.
And they stay warm for a while, being no more than a minute. And I just put my foot on top of it and
I
sit
think
there.
that is
before-
very cool.
That
Or
is
the girls
really
asking how you warm them up. I think it's the microwave, right?
microwave.
Yeah.
Wow.
And these are actually, the reason I have them are actually due to White Dragon, because he said I needed to be grounded and I could use salt since I live in an apartment.
Right.
And these were easier than trying to just
I think
put
that's so
salt out.
clever. Salt
That
brick.
is, I mean, I have salt lamps all around.
And they will
Me too.
detox you. They will detox you as well.
That
Awesome.
is really cool.
Okay, so
I'm
we're
gonna-
pulling a card for the new moon.
Yeah.
Yes,
What did you
ma'am.
guys get?
Let me go first. I got
Go ahead.
cleansing waters. I mean,
Waters.
cleansing waters, as we're talking about taking a saltwater bath.
I got generosity
Nice.
with ocean.
And then I had the King of Summer. It's honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted. It's called excellent advice that comes from your heart and getting involved in things. And
That's a big point. Thank you for saying that, Heather, because as our hearts know what is truth and authentic, and what we need to get involved in will be shown to us because we're the I don't know if you're going to go save animals, work with kids, or just be love from your house, but we all have a role, and that's perfect. This cleansing water says purification activates vibrant life force.
Mhm.
And that is what we're doing. Remember, we're charging up our life force. And then I got great adventure.
Sweet.
And it says take a risk, venture forward.
I am.
That's what we're doing.
Time, taking a risk, moving forward.
Yep.
I
Selling
love
my
it.
home, leaving my house.
Stay down.
Yeah.
It's
Well, everybody,
Are you
thank you so
excited?
much for being here today. I hope
Yeah.
you learned something about the new moon. We had
And Valerie, what do you have coming?
I will be on my channel at 7:00 with Diana Bowles and Sun Psychic Jean.
Cool.
Fun.
Talking
That's
about
going
the
to be a
new
great
moon.
show.
That'll be good.
That'll
be
be
good.
fun. And we'll be on Tuesday. And what is our show?
That's the one
Where?
you're working on.
Mystical
Experiences.
Mystical experiences.
Oh, cool.
And then I believe we have Sun Psychic Jean next weekend.
Nice.
I think you're right.
I think Sun Psychic Jean will be on next Saturday, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We're sending you lots of love and
Take care of you.
passion, and take care of yourself and go out and shine your light. And
And
then
think with your heart.
exactly.
No, that's beautiful.
Take care, everyone. Valerie, thank you again for being
Thank
here.
you,
We love
Valerie.
it when you come. And
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Okay.